Shalom, welcome. Jew and Gentile.
I'm into tea.
That don't you my boy. Hold on, readings. The history of the human resets, the Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 plasma event, the biblical flood, and other historical reset theories by Johnny Davis. Just gonna do some little, I'm not gonna do too much today, just look a little bit. Just gonna go through it and then refer back to what we mentioned before in one of the previous videos with the 20-minute book highlights. Okay, the construction of the Salt Lake Temple was, an enormous structure built by Mormon pioneers. I doubt that very much, man. Okay, they came onto the lands, yeah, they found the buildings, some of the empty buildings, man, after the mud flood, man, and sand. Between 1853 and 1893 raises questions for some about its origins. Mud flood theorists wonder whether the temple was actually constructed during a previous population peak and founded, completed, and dedicated to the modern civilization after the reset. So they know this truth, obviously, so they're going to present it like they made it, you understand? Like Joseph Smith didn't see the completion of the Mormon temple, but we know, man, like that a mud flood happened worldwide, man. Do you understand? We now know that Joseph Smith, was a Freemason, just like Charles Taze Russell. Do you understand? Like, religion is man-made. The temple was actually constructed during a previous population peak and founded, completed, and dedicated to the modern civilization after a reset. They point to supposed inconsistencies in the construction photographs of the temple and the logistics of the building, such a massive structure in a new city with a small population. The stones used to construct the Salt Lake Temple were huge, weighing between 2,500 and 5,600 pounds. It would have required significant infrastructure to quarry, cut, transport, polish, and assemble them. However, Salt Lake City did not have a railroad until 1870, and most of the population were likely unskilled pioneers engaged in food production and domestic work. Additionally, it seems that essential buildings such as homes, farms, shops, schools, banks, and government buildings would have needed to be built before a gigantic religious temple. True. Here is a picture of the construction of Salt Lake Temple in 1881. We see a crane on top of the temple. This passes for a construction photo to most people quickly glancing at it. But upon closer look, does this photo really look believable? Come on now, people, man. Look at it and look at the facts that you now know, man. Webster's 1828 dictionary definition of what an American is. That's right, my boy, don't worry. Look at that, man. I'm sorry, man, but nah. We now know, yeah, that we were there before that, man. We know we've been lied to now. We know that there was a mud flood in the sand. And we know that people part secret societies are lying to people at the top. Mud flood theorists say construction photographs during the reset period are often photoshopped. They believe the Salt Lake Temple construction photos were photoshopped because the temple was built in a previous time when the city had a larger population. Yeah, Tartaria. It looks as if an artist doctored the photo by merely cutting the top of the building off. They note that the bottom floors looked fully built and aged in the construction photographs. It looks as if an artist doctored the photo by merely cutting the top of the building off. The edge on the top of the building seems jagged, as if it were roughly cut by scissors. The artist drew in fake shadow people to complete the effect. The ground looks undisturbed. The bottom of the temple looks completed before the top is even framed out. The figures on top of the building look drawn in. Are these photos proof that this building was older than what we were told? Was the Salt Lake Temple built in the peak of a previous advanced civilization? Yes, I think that's what's happened, man. I put some notes here. It's 222 feet tall, 9 thick walls. Apparently it goes deep underground as well. It's got a Big Dipper constellation on the west middle spire pointing to the North Star, if you didn't know that information, okay, people. Page 100, next page. Okay, perhaps a much larger skilled population was required to build a huge, beautiful stone building like the Salt Lake Temple. Salt Lake City had between, fucking hell, I can't even pronounce it. What's that one? 6,157,000. Oh, yeah, you forgive me, I'm shit with numbers as well, man. But somehow the Most High feeds me the information to get through to you, man. People between 1850 and 1880, and most of the people were unskilled Mormon pioneers. When I say Mormon, yeah, pioneers, it's like they're trying to say the Mormons are a group of people who are like a separate kind of group of people from another country, like, you understand? But these are just like the Paleo tribes who came in, who took our historical document, the Bible, and created a religion, just like the JWs, man. JWs, yeah, just like the Mormons. All it is it's what the people who went against me did all collectively. It's called uniformity, organized uniformity, just like the police, just like the army. It's just organized uniformity, man. Do you understand? So lots of people reading off the same script, presenting themselves as like the Mormons, yeah, but they know that the documentation that they have, the Torah, it's a historical document of the Afro-Asiatics, my people. 47% of Americans in 1870s were farmers and did not have any railroads until 1870. There you go, no railroads, man, until 1870. It seems that much of its population would be dedicated to food production and domestic work. A new city built from the ground up may need essential buildings built before a gigantic religious temple, such as homes, farms, buildings, shops, schools, banks, and government buildings. It's true, man. The last little bit I was going to read. Here is a primitive wagon train on its way to the temple. Dedication 1893. Riding next to high tech, such as trolleys and amazing architecture. Perhaps they are getting ready to settle in their inherited structures in the Salt Lakes. Yeah, they are, man. That's it, man. That's true. So that's it. That's what we're going to read. Just on the kind of like the mud flood. Don't forget Utah, Judah. You understand? The Paiute people. There's people already there. Don't forget Webster's 1828 definition of what American is. Joseph Smith, yeah, he was a Freemason. Do you understand? He was just like the founder of that religious, you could say, cult, man, like the JWs, man. All organised uniformity. So you know he's a Freemason, like Charles Taze Russell. And they use Papa Balls, the doctrine of discovery to come into our lands, okay, man. Right, that's, yeah, I found that quite interesting, that the walls are 9 thick, they are 9 thick walls, man. And it goes deep underground as well, man. It's interesting, isn't it? And also the Big Dipper constellation on the Meswiddle spire, pointing to the North Star. Alright, we will continue, people, the investigation of learning, man. Uncovering the lies that have been told us, man, in the indoctrination system. Alright, till next time, from King David. Much love and respect to Jew and Gentile. We need to come together. Love, peace, save lives. Yeah, put your weapons down, man. Alright, till next time. Oh yeah, go to Israel Zedek, King David Ministry Facebook here for the free truth pack to get you started, and more testimony as well, man. Alright, I'm prisoner of war, descendant of the Jacobites, yeah. 2 Davidic rules. Oliver Cromwell kicked my family out. They practice societal racism within the society. And they also discriminate against a prisoner of war, man. They break the 3rd Geneva Convention law, set out to protect prisoners of war. We want restitution. I want the restoring of our lands and estates back to the original owners, man, who it actually belongs to. Okay. Right, till next time, Shalom and peace.